Alright, what's going on, people? Here we have Astronomy Domine, and as many of you will know, this snake suffered from a triple prolapse. He has not eaten since the beginning of April, so going on just about 3 months here with no food. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and reset his digestive system, and hopefully he's had enough time to heal. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually give him a very, very small mouse, and then in a week's time, hopefully he's going to pass whatever food is left in his system without another prolapse. Now, I don't want him to miss because it's such a small item, so we're going to get it with the pair of pliers. Needle nose. Get myself as much room as I possibly can here, okay? And this snake should go right after this. I mean, he should be very, very hungry, and oh man, I'm just hoping that he passes this food without a relapse, and then we can get him onto bigger food and then move him back into his enclosure. So here we go, guys. Keep your fingers crossed. Your fingers crossed. Right above you, buddy. Oh, you're gonna go right after it. Good boy. Alright, good. Very light constriction. I'm very, very worried. We're still going to give him the laxative. The thing that I'm worried about is not only hasn't he eaten in 3 months, but he hasn't urinated, he hasn't crapped, he hasn't passed any type of waste in his little tank that he's had. I mean, naturally I've cleaned it and cleaned the cloths and everything, you know, every couple of weeks, but no waste at all has he secreted in this little tank. And it's probably because he's just, you know, that's what snakes do. You know, they hold on to their, you know, to their food, and they slow their metabolism down when they haven't been fed. And that's why they can go so long without eating. So I'm hoping to God that, you know, this small item's going to go through him, you know, inside of a week. And, you know, hopefully he's going to pass it. I'm going to also give him the laxative to keep it from, you know, getting really hard and everything like that, so it's easy for him to pass. And at the same time, you know, the snake needs his protein and everything like that so that he can regenerate, you know, the problems that he's had. But hopefully this is going to work, guys. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm going to keep this, I'll keep this running. And, you know, depending on how long it takes him to fully eat this, I might just cut it for you. But I really appreciate everybody's, you know, support. And, you know, everybody's tried to help and everything like that. You guys have been fantastic. I can't afford any more money to try and save the snake. That's the problem that I have. And obviously the snake is going to have to eat. I mean, he could probably go 6-8 months without food, but with not having any food in him or any fresh food going into his body, it's going to be tough for his, you know, for his immune system and everything like that. You know, give him the energy and everything that he needs to recuperate, to rejuvenate. But hopefully this is going to work good. And it looks like he's going to go right ahead and eat this thing. Really doesn't matter which way he eats this because it's so small. But, man, just a great snake. And I'm dying to get him back into his enclosure. It's been over there just, you know, pretty much collecting dust for the last 3 months and whatnot. So we got to rebuild this. So hopefully in a week, if he passes this food nicely and no relapse, I'll video, you know, building his tank and everything like that. We're going to rebuild it. It'll be the same that it was, but, you know, just start over and get you guys a fresh look at how to set up a jungle carpet python tank. And here he goes. You guys can see he's making quick work of this little tiny mouse. I do have the light on the phone because I was getting a lot of glare. You can see his eyes are kind of glowing and stuff like that. So I'm really hoping for this snake to pull through this, guys. I really am. I mean, everything looks good. I mean, you guys see his feeding response? Sure, he hasn't eaten in 3 months. He's going to strike, but lots of times if snakes and if animals are not good, they won't continue their normal actions, you know. I mean, he went after that like he just ate last week, you know. He hasn't skipped a beat. He was still tentative. He didn't strike at it prematurely or anything like that. He looked at it, he sized it up, and then he went after it. So the snake maintaining his natural abilities, number one, and looking as good as he does. I honestly, I thought he'd lose more weight. You guys can see he's definitely lost some weight, but not as much as you might think. These are amazing animals. They can go a tremendous amount of time with no food. Don't get discouraged if your snake doesn't eat, guys. There's probably good reason for it, and you know, eventually they will. They can go a really, really long time without food, and I wish I could go longer with it, but once again, he needs food in his system, or else he's not going to be able to, you know, heal properly. You know, it's just like anything else. You need the energy and whatnot. So, snake is no different. You guys can see him making really quick work of this little tiny mouse that he just ate. But there he is, Astronomy Domine. You guys can see, I mean, he's going to be going into shed, I guess, because I don't know if you can see here, but here's Crazy Diamond. Look at him, he looks like death. He's shedding. He's probably going to shed inside the next couple of days and stuff. So the snakes are definitely into their shedding cycles. And we're going to see how he does. You know, hopefully in a week, he's going to pass this food that he's chowing down right now, and everything is going to be okay for him. And that's all that I'm hoping, is that this snake pushes through with no relapse. 3 is enough. I got to be honest with you guys. It's very it's heartbreaking, and to be helpless and hopeless. You know, all I can hope is that the care that I've given him and the decision that I made to not feed him for 3 months, I think hopefully is what's going to make, you know, give this snake a much longer life and a healthy life at that. So, what a good boy. There you go, Domine. I'm not going to take him out of here right away, because naturally eating such a small item after not eating for 3 months, this is probably only going to make the snake more hungry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to leave him in here for, I would say, probably a good couple of hours to let him settle down, get that food through his system. You know, this way he's not stressed out or anything like that. Big possibility of him going after my hands and whatnot, and trying to get another strike. I'm going to put the top on because he's probably going to want to come right back out. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's an update on Astronomy Domine. You guys see him just full food, full meal. And once again, guys, you know, let's just keep our fingers crossed, and let's hope that the snake just recovers. Let's hope he passes this food. You know, if anybody's got any advice, you guys think I should have given him something bigger? You think I should have given him something smaller? You know, I mean, the only other thing I had to give him, I had to make the decision, was this little tiny rat in here. And I think we're going to stick with the mouse and hope that that just jump starts his digestive system. And hopefully he's going to push that through, like I said, no relapse. And hopefully the snake will be back to normal, and we'll get him up on the jungle gym in no time. Place is kind of a wreck. If you guys want to take a look at the gym, we ran out of room on the wall of sheds, so I kind of started hanging the sheds on the gym. So I'll get a good, you know, high definition video of the room again for you guys, and its changes and everything, and how the Brazilians are doing. And Maggie, she is one pain in the ass, to be honest with you. She's getting tremendously big, but I don't want to get distracted here, because this video was for Astronomy Domine. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I mean, you guys can see him, how this is always a good sign that a sign that the snake is, you can see his head, it's just kind of wobbling. You know, that means the snake really wants to strike, and he's staring down my hands here as I move it over at the glass. But this snake has always been very good at sizing up the food, making sure he gets a good scent on it before he eats it and whatnot. So this is running very long, guys. It's 9 minutes. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to let it go. And once again, thanks for everybody's support. And hopefully in a week's time we'll have another update, and with him passing his food, and hopefully everything's going to be all right. All right, guys. Peace out, and thanks again.